My name is Brad Sutphin, and this is book talk number 2 for LIS 670 under Dr. Creel. And I did the first issue of Dragon Ball Z. If that can focus, and hopefully it's not backwards, by Akira Toriyama. I can read backwards. Right on. I am familiar with this series. I'm actually more familiar with the anime than the actual print. It was hard to remember the characters' names from the US version, so I actually had to look up the series on Wikipedia, just for general knowledge, not... I had to look up the series on Wikipedia so I can remember the characters' names for the American version. And it really wasn't that hard to get back into it because, it's a very engaging series, to me at least. Of course, as far as like anime goes, this is the first series that I've gotten interested in, and as far as like the print version, this is my first this is my first opportunity to get familiar with the print version. It did draw me back in, and it was a very quick read for I believe on the Kindle version it was like 149 pages. I got it read within about an hour and a half, 2 hours, and I found myself wanting to go on to the next one after it ended. So I mean, it was very like I said before, it's very engaging. Uh, it is I'd say it's aimed at boys much more than girls, but hey, girls could get into it too. You never know. Um, what really kind of threw me off is, despite the battles and violence, I mean, there is no blood or gore. Despite all that, and what I'm trying to figure out is how this can be aimed at third to fifth grade. I mean, that just blew my mind because I just can't. I just can't get the idea in my head that a child that young could get into something like this or understand it, or much less let their parents read something like this. There is no overt sexuality or nudity, which, you know, makes it a little bit more uh, makes it a lot more suitable for a library collection because there's nothing sexual visually in the book, but there is, as far as like the anime series goes, there is uh, a couple of innuendos put in, especially with the character of Master Roshi. From what I remember from the series, I always considered Master Roshi to be a dirty old man because I mean he apparently he had like a thing for one of the characters. I think he had a thing for Bulma, or one of them. I don't remember. Um, but yeah, he was he, he was kind of a dirty old man. Um, but that's pretty much the one thing that sticks out. Um, it so I mean it's as far as the story goes, it picks up after it picks up 5 years after Goku defeats Piccolo, the demon underlord or whatever his name is. Um, yeah, the Demon King, the Great Demon King Piccolo. Um, just him right here. If it'll focus, that guy. Uh, if you're not familiar with the TV series, if I remember correctly, he's green. Uh, and then, and basically, the plot is it picks up 5 years after he defeats him, and they have to basically join forces to defeat uh, Raditz, which is Goku's brother. Uh, and because they Raditz kidnaps Goku's son Gohan, and this this is a picture of Master Roshi. Of course, he looks a lot different in the TV series than that. I mean, kind of looks like a pimp. um, yeah, and let's see, where was it? This is yeah, like I said, Raditz kidnaps Gohan, which is Goku's son, 4-year-old son, and then you have Bulma, which is this girl apparently has known Goku since he was a child. Um, and then this guy, uh, he was a schoolmate of Goku's under Master Roshi when Master Roshi was teaching him like um, martial arts or whatever. Uh, in the TV series, if you're not familiar with the TV series, the American name for him is Krillin. It's spelled Krillin, I believe. Um, and he's kind of a goofy little dude. Um, but anyway, they have to defeat Raditz, and because Raditz kidnapped Goku's son Gohan. I'm sorry, I'm repeating myself like for the fifth time, and it's not, like I said, it's not overtly bloody. The the print, the the manga isn't bloody. One character dies at the end, and you'd have to read it to figure it out. I'm not going to tell you who, because that would take away the whole purpose of reading it. But and the only thing that you see is like a hole in the chest of this certain person, and I mean it's not. You don't really see any blood. The thing's in black and white, so you really can't tell. Um, but yeah, it's I still don't understand why this would be aimed from in the third to fifth grade reading range. It just It seems like it would be, to me, it seems like it would be a little bit more suitable for like junior high to high school. And, a lot of the themes are a little bit more mature than, middle school range. And it's just weird. But, yeah, I like that series. I really do. And I definitely would, I definitely plan on, going back and reading the rest of the print series for that, and maybe the original Dragon Ball. So yeah, it just it's it's a very engaging storyline. So I am I'm very pleased with it. So y'all have a good one.